Joining us today is Mr. Shabazz Khan from UNESCO office in Beijing and Mr. Cao Jinghua from the Alliance of International Scientific Organizations. The exhibition Beauty of Life on Earth has been planned for a long time. Mr. Khan, tell us more about it. What is this exhibition all about?
This is a very special exhibition to look into what can we celebrate in terms of our achievements and best practices under the Man and Biosphere program. It's also a very special exhibition before a very important conference of parties, what we call COP15 on biodiversity, which is happening this year in China under the leadership of Chinese government, where we will be looking for a new deal for nature. So this exhibition will bring the best practices from China, best practices from around the world, how people can live together with biodiversity.
I would say I look forward even more to the exhibition after listening to you. May I ask Mr. Cao, how did ANSO come to co-host this event with UNESCO?
We came up with the idea, doing something to contribute to the convention, to biological diversity that is going to take place in Kunming in China. And of course, with that idea, we approached a number of organizations. UNESCO is a special, UN organization that promotes education, science, culture, in partnership with others, and to promote peace. So today, we really need peace. We need to use science, education, and capacity building to build a beautiful world.
Also co-hosting this event, as we know, is Chinese National Committee for UNESCO's Man and the Biosphere program. And we'll also talk to the Secretary General, Professor Wang Jing, on the program. He is currently video linking with us in Wuhan. Professor Wang, thank you for joining us today. As we know, many of China's biosphere reserves will be showcased in this year's exhibition. As an ecological researcher, what changes have you felt about China's ecological environment over the years?
I can tell, they have been making remarkable progress in terms of conservation. For example, the forest coverage is higher than it was before. And in terms of species conservation, some endangered species population size has been stable or even increasing. And some species came back. They disappeared quite a long time ago. Also, like the species conservation I have been working on, the Yangtze Phoenix porpoise. We did a range-wide survey back in 2017. We confirmed there were like 1,012 animals in the wild, in the Yangtze River, Boyang Lake and Dongting Lake, which is pretty much the same with the number of the survey back in 2012.
Despite our many efforts, there is still a substantial loss of diversity in the world due to the human action.
The big crisis is every minute, every 60 seconds, one species becomes extinct. And how can we actually stop that? How can we reverse that? And in China, in my recent few months, I've seen excellent places where degradation has been reversed. And this work has to continue in the right direction.
I have one more question I want to discuss with you too. Actually, that's pretty much been the question on my mind since you two appeared on the show. Animals like pandas and Tibetan antelopes are few after all, which can be included in the red list of endangered species by IUCN. But apart from that, there are hundreds of millions of creatures in the wild that have not been protected or are not even in the sight of human beings. So when it comes to ecological civilization, should we ignore them?
Our biggest problem in the world is there is simply not enough data. And why there is not enough data? Because we have not been investing enough to understand our world. We also need to see the data on the different species from the point of view of their habitats, their numbers, their ecological webs and the systems which are there. So we need more investment into science and technology, and we need more leadership in the world which cares about eco-civilization.
Capacity building is important. International collaboration is important. And the people having the knowledge should help those with less. UNESCO listed international programs, bring some of the talents into the global arena.
We do it together.
We do it together.